So, Namaskar friends. Today in the series of webinar on organic and biodynamic home gardening, today's first session is about crop, season and purpose for cultivation. So, we'll learn about the crops, which kind of crops we can grow as per our choice, and according to the season and region, as I had earlier explained, and what is the purpose. So let us start. Uh, this is about the globe, and you can see the entire globe is divided into three regions. This is central region is the tropic region, and then mid latitude this is the temperate region, and then northernmost part is the Arctic region, and southernmost part is Antarctic region. This blue color region is good for nothing, no vegetation, no habitation, nothing. Tropic is the region which is between two tropics, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. And beyond the tropic on the northern side, and beyond the Tropic of Cancer on the northern side, and beyond the Tropic of Capricorn on the southern side, is the temperate zone, where cultivation is possible, habitation is there, and vegetation is there. But as we move further away from the equator, from the central region, move towards north or towards south, slowly the area becomes less and less habitant and less vegetation. So we'll see how and why this is important, and how it has got relevance in our planning of gardening. So we have to see that where we are located, and accordingly we have to think that what we can do and what we cannot do, or should not do. And if we wish to deviate from the normal, from the nature, then what extra precaution or extra planning is required to be done, that also we'll understand from this. In the tropical region, basically the climate is wet and dry. Wet means rains and dry means no rains, and the summer is more or less, it is summer. Slightly as you move towards north or south, a little bit of winter season can experience, but not very harsh. But beyond the tropics, as we move, if you see about India, in India the Tropic of Cancer is passing through Ahmedabad and Nagpur and Kolkata, as I said earlier. So beyond that, in the subtropical region, can say this is the subtropical region just after the tropic. And here, as we move further, the winter season is a little bit harsh, and cool temperature we experience in the winters also. But as we move further north, and if I talk about India, then the hilly areas, the Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir, and the entire Himalayan belt, that is more or less like temperate climate. Similarly, in the southern, if I see southern part, then the Tropic of Capricorn. Beyond Tropic of Capricorn, certain area is subtropical, and then slowly as we move further southward, and we find, taking the example of Australia for that matter, here in Africa, of course, it is the South Africa region here in Johannesburg and other places. Not much of the thing. But here in Australia, if you see in the this side Melbourne, and then this here Adelaide, the places, these are Tasmania is almost equivalent to New Zealand. These are temperate region. Australia, this part just south of Tropic of Capricorn is subtropical, and then central Australia is desert. So that way we can see in southern South America also similarly. This Chile is subtropical and then becomes temperate, and also here this part of Argentina here you can see. So we all know this. Brazil is in tropical region that way. Brazil and Uruguay and Paraguay, etc. So this is how the regions are divided across the world, and we need to see, we need to understand that how we go ahead with our garden planning. So first I'll talk about the rainy season. In general, I'll talk about here, but main focus will be on the Indian condition that way. So in rainy season, what are the vegetables we can grow? So it's a long list of vegetables which will be in the fruiting stage, which will be in the productive stage. Because when we talk about the crops, we have to see that what is the productive stage, and accordingly we have to see the season. Or according to the season, we have to see what is the productive stage. And because these are all fruit vegetables like lady's finger, bitter gourd, wattle gourd, zucchini, cucumber, tomato, capsicum, brinjal, etc. Also, this pod vegetables like French bean, broad bean, cluster bean, wings. These all beans are all fruit vegetables that way. And then carrot, radish is the root vegetable, and spinach, coriander, this fenugreek is the leaf vegetable. And mostly in tropical condition in the rainy season, these are the vegetables which can be grown. Now, if we have to understand about the temperate condition, then in rainy season, in temperate region, there is actually practically only one season prevails for cultivation, and that is long one season starting from somewhere around March, April, and extends up to October, September, October. So almost 6 to 7 months, 8 months. Season is there, in which spring season and then summer season and then rainy season. By the time autumn comes and the crops are over. So that is the last stage of the crops that way. For the seed crops, can say that is the last stage, can say. So this is how the thing is. And rainy season means it is a high humid and high temperature weather condition, and a variety of vegetables can be successfully grown for regular supply to kitchen. And all these vegetables we can grow in rainy season, whether it is tropical region or temperate region, because summer and rainy season are at same time during the in the northern hemisphere, same period actually. Again, if I say after 21st March and up to 21st September, that is the time when the sun is in the northern hemisphere. That is the time when summer season is there in the tropical part also, north of equator, and north of Tropic of Cancer in the temperate region. Just opposite of that happens in the southern hemisphere, where the sun is in the southern hemisphere between 21st September to 21st March. That is the period when in the southern hemisphere the summer season is there, whether it is tropical part, that is southern part of the equator, and southern part of the Tropic of Capricorn, which is basically subtropical and temperate region. In the winter season, mostly where the winter is harsh, this is the kind of view we see during the winter. In some subtropical parts also, and of course in temperate region, it is all mostly snow covered as we move northwards. But in tropical world, we can grow a long list of vegetables that way. We can grow a long list of vegetables, and like asparagus and basil, cabbage, red cabbage, and etc. We can grow all these things: cauliflower, broccoli, all these vegetables which can be grown during the winter season in tropical world are basically the vegetables for summer season in temperate world. So winter season or for that matter in temperate region, it is summer season. It is dry, cool and sunny days. A wider range of vegetables So more nutritious, tasty and colorful cuisine is possible because all the veggies suitable in this season can be successfully grown for regular supply to kitchen. So these are all wide range of vegetables. A lot of different kind of cuisines are possible, and different nutrition it supplies, and also taste. So it's a good range. Then comes the summer season, which is in tropical world, it is quite harsh that way. But then a lot of vegetables are possible to grow during the summer season. Again, when I say summer season, it is about the productive part, the production which we can harvest in this season according to that. So in summer season, again, ladies finger, bitter gourd, bottle gourd, cucumbers, the different kind of gourds, then tomato, capsicum, brinjal. Of course, tomato, capsicum, brinjal, chili, etc. in peak of summer is difficult. So early summer and late summer, or if I talk about those 6 months between March and September, then the spring season and rainy season is possible. Uh, Actually, the summer season, which is uh, May and June, these crops are little difficult for flowering and fruit setting. And then cowpea, cluster bean, zucchini, etc. are there. In root crops, radish is there. No carrot, no beet, that way. And then in leafy spinach, Malabar spinach, and then this coriander, and also fenugreek can be grown, but then if it is quite sensitive to the high temperature, and the leaves of the fenugreek cannot store much of water. So the desiccation of the leaves happen. And similarly in these crops, tomato, capsicum, brinjal and chili, the desiccation of flower happens, and that's why flower drop happens. Flowering will happen, but then pollination cannot happen, probably because the flowers get desiccated in hot wind blowing. So little bit difficult during the summer. So it's all dry season, hot sunny days, and a smaller range of vegetables that way, so can be successfully grown for regular supply to kitchen, of course. However, a combination of fruit, root and leafy veggies can be planned, should be planned rather, for regular supply to kitchen. So here I would like to tell you, after this 3 seasons of veggies, that while deciding about the timing, when to grow, when to plant, when to sow, you have to go back with back calculation of the period for till it requires to reach the productive stage. That is after seed sowing or after seedling transplanting, the vegetative stage, then flowering, then fruit setting, and reaching the fruit at the right stage for harvesting or picking. Because the lady's finger early stage harvest is suggested, but in case of tomato, it has to turn red, or for that matter, capsicum, chili, brinjal, it is also harvested a bit early stage. Bitter gourd, bottle gourd at certain stage, not very early stage also. So like that. And similarly for other vegetables also. So we have to see that what is the period for between seed sowing and reaching the harvestable stage, and what is the harvesting window. I'll talk about that in detail in for further slides. What is the harvesting window and kind of thing. So depending on the seasons, the rainy season, winter season, summer season, I have divided the different crops into 4 groups: the fruit vegetables, root vegetables, flower vegetables, and then leaf vegetables. Now here the 4 groups have some relevance, which will be explained on the last day, 4th day, for the lunar calendar. for the lunar calendar, these 4 groups are have got a lot of relevance, and that's why I have divided into that. So here you can just note down that which vegetable in which season and in which type, like fruit or root or whatever, water or I mean flower or leaf type, and what is the connection with that that will come on the last day in lunar calendar. So in rainy season, these are the all vegetables. Lady's finger already I have mentioned that. Similarly, in winter, tomato, brinjal, capsicum, beans and peas, and many more fruit vegetables are also possible. Similarly, in root, beet, carrot, and here I have not taken certain vegetables like potato also is root vegetable. Similarly, onion and garlic also, but I have considered the vegetables which you can grow at home without much problem. Easily, it is possible to grow, and uh, you need almost regularly these vegetables, which is required in high volume, and in home you get limited, very limited volume of production. For example, potato is a regular requirement in kitchen, but you don't get the sufficient quantity at your home garden, from your home garden. So I have excluded such kind of things, and you can see the list. Still, it is a long list, and most of the things which you require in your kitchen as vegetables can be grown as per your choice, as per your family members' choice, and so, regular supply is possible in your kitchen. Here I have tried to explain what I just a while back mentioned. The lady's finger, bitter gourd, tomato, this few crops. The duration, this is the entire crop duration from seed to seed. And this is the harvesting window. So, for example, if you grow lady's finger, after seed sowing, the total duration of the crop will be between 105 to 120 days approximately. That is 3.5 to 4 months, you can say. Again, depending on the season and the region, it is just I have given some certain condition, and mostly it is based on the tropical belt, of course, can say. Uh, but if you go beyond that, away from the equator towards north or south, this duration will be little bit here and there on the higher side probably. But in temperate condition, this is generally not grown. The harvesting window is the period for which you will keep on getting the fruits. So can calculate that when it will start, the first picking is possible, first fruiting is possible. So from 105 to 60, if you divide, subtract, then you get 45 days. So roughly around 40-45 days or 50 days after sowing, you will start getting the first harvest, and that harvest will continue for 60 to 75 days. That means 2 to 2.5 months approximately. Similarly, other crops also, you can see in tomato, it is similarly after transplanting, it is roughly after 45 days you start picking the fruits, and that continues for 2.5 to 3 months. Again, depending on how well you maintain the plants. Similarly, for chilies, it is little longer duration, but the first picking is also little delayed. It is almost 55 to 60 days it starts, and then it continues for even longer days, 2.5 to 4 months almost. French bean is a little shorter, can say. Carrot is, when you plant the carrot, all will not be ready together. So over a period of 10 days, it depends on the number of carrots. If it is very few, you will experience yourself, but if you sow a certain number of seeds, the first root ready and last root ready, this will be the time gap, approximately 7 to 10 days, can say. Similarly, for spinach, if you are instead of uprooting the plant, if you are cutting the leaves only, then you get 2 to 3 times you can harvest actually. So that way you can have the leaves supply from your home garden for almost 2 weeks, can say. But in case of fenugreek, it is not that, because you have to uproot the thing, and if you have planted a number of seeds, sufficient number of seeds, then from first day to last day harvest, when it is ready, it will be approximately 5 to 7 days. I've written here 5 actually. So it is short duration and short span also. Harvesting window also short. So this is what you can calculate. You can do the back calculation for sowing the seed, depending on when you want your harvest, in which window, as per the dates you want to harvest. Accordingly, you can plan your sowing, seed sowing, and other preparations. Coming to the fruits, in rainy season, when I am saying, it is again the productive stage of the fruit, and in that again list is quite long, together with temperate and tropical. For example, apple, apricot, avocado, these are all these are or pear, for example, peach, etc. Passion fruit, this peach. These are temperate fruits, and then other custard apple, guava, then this jamun, lime, mulberry, etc., olive, papaya. These are all temperate fruits. So during the rainy season, you get these fruits available for consumption. If you are growing at your home garden, again depends on the space, etc. But if you are planning, then you can get the supply of these fruits for your consumption at home from your home garden. And rainy season is, of course, a high humid, high temperature, that way comparatively higher temperature, not like hot summer, but then temperature is on the higher side with high humidity weather conditions. So variety of fruits can be successfully grown here. Yeah. So a lot of fruits can be grown for supply to our home consumption. Coming to the winter, in temperate region, not much of the supply is possible. In fact, nothing comes in the winter that way in temperate region, but in subtropical and tropical region, a lot of fruits are available, like bear, calamondin, orange, fig, guava, gooseberry, kumquat, and then lemon, mulberry, papaya, persimmon, pineapple, strawberry, etc., etc. All winter season fruits are there, which will be in productive stage during the winter. There are certain seasonal fruits also, like for example, strawberry. The planting will be before that. Again, I'll come to that. What is the window and how? What is the duration, etc., etc. So it's a cool, dry, sunny days. Again, a wider range of fruits. So more nutritious, tasty, colorful, and a lot of varieties for consumption. Actually, different method of consumption is possible. Different ways you can consume the fruits, and as per the suitability of season, and you can grow indoor and also outdoor also, which is already explained. Then comes the summer season. In summer season, of course, banana, cherry, custard apple, fig, mango. Mango is the king of fruits for summer season that way. And nectarine, peach, pear, plum, papaya, jackfruit, again specific for summer season. And then this also strawberry continues up to summer season. And pineapple, quince, etc. All these quite a lot of fruits are also available during summer season in productive stage, so for consumption. And of course, it is a dry and hot sunny days. Variety of fruits can be successfully grown to quench the heat and thirst. Here I have mentioned the fruit. There are certain fruits which are actually classified as vegetable, but the product is a fruit, like for example, watermelon and cantaloupe or muskmelon. So those are also for summer season. Here again, I have divided into rainy season, winter season, and summer season. And then two groups are there depending on the ripening process. This is very important to understand, because climactic fruits and non-climactic food. So climactic fruits are such fruits in which during the ripening process, as it starts ripening and reaches the ripened stage, you find an aroma coming out from the fruit. Specific aroma is coming, and that tells that fruit is ready and ripened, ready for consumption. It is already ripened, and you can see the names here, like apple, custard apple, guava, mulberry, papaya, passion fruit. Banana is also in that in summer season. Then mango is there. You know the fruits, and you have been knowing the aroma also. I need not to explain it here. But there are certain fruits in which there is no aroma as such. It is ripened. During the ripening process, there is no aroma, distinguished aroma kind of thing. And these are the fruits in that, depending on the season, rainy season, winter season, and summer season. Now, what is the difference? Why it is called climactic and non-climactic? And why this aroma is coming here and in this it is not coming? The reason is this: in these fruits, the ripening process starts from inside out, and as the ripening process starts after the maturity, once the fruit has reached the maturity, then ripening process starts inside in the core of the fruit, and naturally ethylene gas production starts inside the fruit, and that ethylene gas acts as an enzyme or as an catalyst. It acts as an catalyst for the ripening process, and in that ripening process, what happens? The sugar formation starts. That's why the sweetness of the fruit, the taste, the flavor of the fruit is because of that ripening process, which is triggered on by ethylene gas, and slowly that ripening process moves inside out, and the outer portion and the skin is ripened later. First, the ripening starts from inside, and the pulp, as fully ripened, the skin also turns from green to towards yellowish, or depending on the fruit, different color. So color development tells the ripening process. Okay, easy to understand by that just observation. The color development in a particular kind of fruit, for example, apple. Apple, when it is unripe, it remains green, and after the maturity, up to the maturity, it remains green, and then slowly, as the ripening starts, the color development happens, and then you see the apple. Red apple or pink apple or whichever type of apple, different colors are there. And once it is fully colored, it is fully ripened. And you get in some fruits, it will be mild aroma. In some fruits, it will be strong aroma. For example, mango or banana, or for that matter, even this can say papaya also, pear also. The aroma is quite strong. Also guava. But in certain fruits like apple or this pear, etc., it is quite mild. But in the ripening process, what happens? Pulp becomes soft and tasty, sweet, and the flavor development happens. But in non-climacteric fruits, this process happens after the maturity, slowly, but without any ethylene production inside. And when the fruit is ready, you see the again kind of color development, the outer appearance changes, and you find that it is ready for this consumption. So here I have again taken the examples of different kind of fruits, including the seasonal, for example, strawberry and watermelon, and then perennial apple, and then drumstick also is a fruit actually, which is used as a vegetable, but it is considered as a fruit because we consume the fruit as vegetable. Then papaya. So here you can see apple is perennial, but banana is biennial, because depending on the variety, certain banana take more than 1 year. Of course, all the banana take more than 1 year, the full life cycle. Certain banana take 1.5 years, or certain banana take up to 2 years. Once the banana flowering happens and then fruit formation, bunch fully grown, and then once bunch is ready for harvest, after that the banana tree is over. But then depending on the time of planting, the fruits are available round the year. There is no specific time of the year when the fruiting will happen. Of course, there are specific seasons when you see more banana, that is on the commercial part. But for home garden, depending on the planting of the banana uh, tree, the sapling or the sucker, you can count some 12 to 14 months time, or depending on the variety, a little longer, and then bunch will be ready. It can be any time of the year. Yeah, of course, severe winter is difficult, of course. And similarly, apple, July to September. This cantaloupe again is a seasonal, considered as vegetable, but it is a fruit vegetable, in that way that it is consumed as a fruit, ripe fruit. So it is March to May, summer season. Similarly, drumstick, January to October, long period. Papaya is again round the year. It is also by 2 to 3 years it stays, and it keeps on going. And from the planting of sapling, it starts fruiting in 6 to 7 months time, and then it continues giving the fruits, and the plant keeps on growing taller and taller. Then pineapple is also biennial, and this main season is July to September. Mango is again perennial, of course, everybody knows. Apple to July, the summer season, peak of summer that way, early rainy season also, and like strawberry and watermelon. So this is how the little bit of guidelines for the different fruits. Coming to the flowering ornamentals, I have divided ornamentals previously in the other session, earlier session. I have told that two types of ornamentals. One is flowering ornamentals and then foliage ornamentals. So here I've again divided into two groups. So flowering ornamentals for the rainy season, there is a long list which flower in this season, this rainy season. This adenium is there, ageratum, balsam, cassia. Cassia is a tree actually. Then cosmos, Cleo, coxcomb, hibiscus again is a shrub, ixora is a shrub, jasmine is a shrub, jasmine, and then calancho, marigold, periwinkle, plumeria, etc., etc., zinnia, sunflower, etc. are there. Rose is also a shrub that way. So certain the shrubs are perennial type, and others are seasonal type, you can say, or to some extent some are annual type also. So these can be grown for the rainy season flowering. And rainy season, as we know, that it is high humid, high temperature weather condition, and variety of flowers can be grown successfully. So coming to the winter season, again there is a long list. But again in winter season, like vegetables, I have explained that winter season it is for the tropical world, but same will be true for the temperate world during the summer season. So that in that context, you have to look into the thing. When I say winter season, this is for the tropical region, and same will be true for the temperate region. So Alyssum, Antirrhinum, Aster, and then Calendula, Candida, Clarkia, Dianthus, and Gypsovilla oleo. Long list is there. Pansy, Petunia, all flower in winter season. Now, one question might come in your mind. I will explain it here. That in tropical region, winter season is short day, and in temperate region, the summer season is long day. But these plants are flowering in winter season in short day condition in tropical region, and flowering in summer season in temperate region in long day condition, which means that this is the flowering is more sensitive to the temperature rather than the photoperiod, the day length. As I said earlier, that temperature is also very important for triggering on the flowering. It's not only the day length. In some cases, it is day neutral, but then temperature will actually trigger on the flowering process. So this is the reason that here in tropical world, it is flowering in the winter season when the temperature is cool that way, or in some part of the winter it is even chilling cold also, and in summer season in temperate world it is same way cold, uh, high temperature, a higher temperature for their condition as compared to winter, but cold. So it's again dry, cool, and sunny days, and wider range of flowers, so the lot of colors possible to grow, and you can beautify your home garden with a lot of flowers during the winter in tropical region. Coming to the summer season, again this is for the flowering purpose. In summer season, during the summer, these all crops do flower, and again, as I said, the planting will be calculated accordingly backwards to decide about the sowing date or the timing of the planting, so that you get the flowering period or flowering window for that matter during the summer, and which period of the summer, which date to which date or kind of thing, which months you want the flower, depending on the region. Again, you have to calculate. This is about the tropical region. In temperate region also, this flowers in the same summer season, also in the tropical region and also in the temperate region. That is common. Then ornamental foliage, long list is there. Here, I have discussed about the foliage earlier. So all ornamental green color foliage plants, both indoor and outdoor, thrive well during the rainy season, wearing luxuriously fresh green color and with vigorous growth. So rainy season is the best season because it is humid condition. Temperature is not too high, but suitable range of temperature, and humidity is there, and that is the condition which is best for the plants. So for the repotting or replanting or any such works, actually rainy season is the ideal time, and whenever it is the dry spell is there in between the rainy spells, that is the time when you can do all these things. Ornamental foliage during the winter seasons, again in temperate region, this is the view. Can say this is how in temperate region the places look like, all snow covered, and but in the tropical region it is all colorful green, as I have shown in the vegetable section. So all indoor and ornamental green and color foliage plants do well. And also that is in temperate region, indoor plants will do well because it is an indoor condition where temperature is also suitable. But outside, outdoor, nothing is possible. But in tropical region, as I said earlier, it's all possible outside also. Mostly, in this period, the direct sunlight is important because it gives the warmth also. If you keep it in shaded place or partial shaded place, part of the day shade, it is a cooler area for that way. So ideally, if you can place it in the sunny area throughout the day, it is better. It will perform better. Then in summer season, indoor ornamentals will remain in good health. Of course, ventilation and temperature, etc., you have to focus on. But outside, only few plants can sustain the which are hardy in that way. I have explained about the hardiness. What are the characteristics of hardy plants, like dry condition, atmospheric condition, and less soil moisture. Also, they can sustain. So dry condition like croton is there or acalypha is there. There are certain such plants which can which remain green. And if you see the plants, shrubs basically on the boulevard of highways, those are the plants which sustain, which are hardy basically, can sustain the adverse condition, different kind of adverse condition. Because why I'm mentioning the example of highways, boulevard, because there a lot of pollution, is a lot of exhaust also they have to face. So not only the temperature, not only the atmospheric humidity, but along with that other uh, gases, apart from carbon dioxide also, which is coming from the exhaust of the vehicle, they are able to absorb all these things. So can say those plants are specifically the air purifier kind of plants for open, for outdoors. Here, certain examples of flowering plants where perennial and seasonal I have classified, and the when it remains in its full color state. The adenium is a perennial plant, jasmine and rose also a perennial plant, and around the year it remains in flowering. Then coreopsis, marigold, balsam, etc. Then sunflower, antirrhinum, petunia. I've taken few examples. These are all seasonals. But coreopsis and marigold for summer season, balsam and sunflower for rainy season, and antirrhinum and petunia for winter season. Like this, if you plan accordingly, then you can keep your surrounding indoor and outdoor as well in colorful aesthetic view. Indoor ornamental foliage, I have divided into three groups, and then also as per the locations inside the house. So these are the plants which are important for the oxygen production, or they increase the oxygen level indoor. And these are the plants like areca palm, money plant, peace lily, Chinese evergreen, philodendron, etc. You can place in the living room. Reasons I have already explained in the previous session. And certain plants are more suitable for the bedroom because they require smaller space also, and bedroom, if it is little less ventilated also, or like that, still it is better. And in bedroom you spend longer period of time. So here you must understand that these are the plants in bedroom which produce higher level of oxygen than the other plants, because unknowingly you spend maximum time in your bedroom, because almost on an average 7 to 8 hours you sleep in your bedroom out of 24 hours. So almost 1/3 of the period per day you are spending in your bedroom silently in sleeping condition also. So oxygen level is very important for during that time, and these plants which produce high level of oxygen. And then passage or kitchen you can place these kind of plants, and then bathroom, etc., where the moisture level is more. To reduce the humidity, the dampness, etc., you can place this, which increase the level of oxygen also. Similarly, for the pollution, anti-pollution or air purifier, for the living room, these are the plants like aglonema, and then areca palm, dracena, money plant, spider plant, this lily, peace lily, etc. And again, bedroom, you can see certain plants are common also, and like weeping fig is there, and then mother-in-law's tongue. This is anti-pollution that way. Ladies palm, Barberton daisy, bamboo palm, etc. Which in bedroom also a lot of stuffs are there which emit this VOC, volatile organic compounds, the vapors from toxic vapors. So purifying that atmosphere is also very important. So you select the plants from this group for your bedroom, so that it takes care of oxygen as well as the purification of air, and also reduce the insect, particularly the mosquito. And for that, Citronella is one of the ideal plant that way, which you can place on the window, or stone root, or sundew also, that is Drosera, which is a carnivore plant actually. So these kind of plants you can place on the window or in the bedroom, different locations, which will keep the oxygen level high, so energy level high, positive energy, and also the pollution level low. So overall, it will be a healthy atmosphere in bedroom. Then next is the living room. Whatever time you spend in your home outside the bedroom is the living room, and also in kitchen for the persons who are working in kitchen, the ladies for cooking. A lot of time you spend in the kitchen also. So some plants are required in kitchen for all the three purposes, including the insect repellent, because you have different kind of insect pests also in kitchen, specific for kitchen, and bathroom passage, etc. in different places. I am talking about the cockroach, etc. So if you have these kind of plants, you can keep them away to some extent. So this is the list which accordingly you can plan your indoor ornamental foliage plants from the point of relevance on these factors. The outdoor ornamental foliage plants, again, these three factors are important. They have the relevance also, and outside also, because a lot of pollutions are there outside also, and we need to purify the clean air, not only indoor but outdoor also around our house. So can plan for these kind of plants in the shaded area and sunny areas. Accordingly, I have classified, and then the anti-pollution and oxygen level, pest repellent, etc., etc. This see, pests are mostly coming through the windows and the doors. So you can plant these kind of place. You can place these kind of plants outside the windows, on the windowsill also, or near the door, entrance door, or places like that. Okay, so that you are able to keep your atmosphere in and out in a healthy condition. So thanks for this session.